Good morning, dear student. I hope you are doing great. I am Miss Lavan. In this semester, I'm going to teach you the introduction to human resource management. In this course, I'll help you to understand how organizations manage employees and peoples, because people are the most important asset in any company and organization. Also, you'll learn how companies hire employees and how they train and develop them, and also how they motivate and manage performance. So today we understanding what human resource management is and why it is important. So human resource management is carried out through the policy and practice and the system. It's a structured approach, not randomly, that influence employees' behavior, attitude, and performance. When you are talking about the policies, are the rules, also a guidelines that HR setting for employees, and they tell employees what is expected. For example, attendance policy and a leave rule or a leave policy and a code of contact. And the second one is the practice. So the practice are day-to-day activity that HR performs to managing employees, like recruitment, like training program, like rewarding system. And the last one is a system. System are a formal process or a tool HR uses to ensure that everything runs smoothly. For example, a payroll system and HR software for tracking employee record, and also the performance management system. So if HR setting the policy and the practical and the system, of course, influence the employee's behavior. What does it mean, behavior of employee? It means how employees act at work. And the attitude of employee, it means that how employees feel about their work, their environment, and the atmosphere of organization. When HR provides the training and recognition, so employees feel value and motivated, so leading to a positive attitude. And the last one, performance. How will employees achieve goals? Of course, good performance management system help employees to do their work best. Now we move to human resource management function and practice. So human resource management is not just about the hiring people. It involves the several important functions that help organization achieve successful. So let's go through the main functions one by one. The first one, analyzing and designing work. What does it mean, analyzing and designing? Analyzing, it means that understanding what each job in the organization requires. Also designing jobs so that they are effective and clear and motivating. So good job design prevent the confusions and make employees more productive. So this is the first function that HR department they do. The second one is planning. Planning is forecasting how many employees are needed and what skills they should have, and ensuring the right number of people are available at the right time. So planning helps companies avoid understaffing or overstaffing. So it means that the right number of people at the right time. So the next one is recruiting. Recruiting is attracting qualified candidates for a job. This can be done internally from the current employees in organization, or it can be the externally by using advertising. So for example, posting a job advertising for a digital marketing positions and inviting the candidate to apply. So recruiting ensure the company has a pool of talented people to choose from. And the next one is selecting. Selecting is choosing the best candidate from those who applied. selecting involves the interview and test and assessment. For example, after received the like 50 applications for a sales role. So human resource department interviews the candidates and selecting the one with the best skills and attitude. So selection ensures the right person in the right role. Remember that when you selecting the right person, so it means that you successful in the candidate. So the next one, you should give them the training and developing for employees by improving employees' knowledge and skills and ability, because training is a short-term skill improvement, but development is a long term of growth. For example, training a new accountant on the company's software is a training, but sending a manager for a leadership development program. So both of them help employees perform a better and preparing for the future goal. And the sixth one is the performance management. What does it mean, performance management? It means that how you evaluating and how you monitoring employees' work to ensure that if they meet goals of organization or objective of organization or not, by using the feedback, by using the app results, and by using the rewards. So performance management motivates employees and align their effort with the company's goal. And the seventh one is employees relation. Employees relation is a maintaining a positive relationship between the management and employees. For example, if HR resolving a dispute between the two team members professionally, so organizing employee engagement activity to a moral. So strong employees relationship keep employees happy and committed. And the last one, if you see those 7 functions of human resource department, of course, affecting and impacting on the company performance. So all these human resource management function are not isolated. They directly affecting the company performance. And at the end, the company benefits in productivity and also the employee satisfaction and reducing the turnover and to a better financial result. So that's why the function of human resource management is so important for the overall employees' goals and objective. So what happens if a company is with effective human resource management? So when a company manages people well, so both employees and customer benefit. So let's see how this works. It makes employee happy. So effective human resource management make employee feel valued and motivated and supportive. When employees are happy, they work better and stay for a longer and also provide a better service to customers. Also, it makes also happy customers. Happy customers satisfy employee, provide a better service, which make customer happy. So human resource management indirectly improve the customer satisfaction through what? Through employee performance and engagement. And at the end, the companies also be more innovative, have a greater productivity, and a better reputation in the community. When we say the company would be innovative, it means that based on the effective human resource management that encourage creativity and also the idea sharing and would be more innovative, so employees are empowered and suggesting improvements and development to new products and service. And when you say about the greater productivity, like such as a performance management and training and reward to increase efficiency, that employees know their role and knowing their skills and motivated, which boosting output. For example, Amazon invests in employee training and clear performance metrics. So this improved the efficiency and the overall the service speed. And the last were better reputations in the community, the company with a strong human resource practice gaining a positive image. And also at the end, they attract a better talent and they make a loyal customer and a positive media attention. Like a company of Microsoft, they know for a good working conditions and the community programs and the ethics practice, so they know this strengths their brands and trust in the market. So that's why the company with effective human resource management, it makes employee happy and customer happy, and at the end the company will success. The concept of human resource management implies that employees are resources of the employer, based on the idea that employees are a valuable resource of the organization, just like money or a technology. This is often called human capital. Human capital refers to the organization employee that describe it in the term of their training, experiencing, and judgment, and intelligence, and relationship, and insight. So, human capital refers to the skills and knowledge, also ability that employee bring to the organization. So, HR management role is to developing and managing them effectively through the term of training, like it's a skills acquiring through the learning and developing and experiencing. It's about the knowledge that gaining from the past work. For example, a manager who has lead a multiple projects successfully, and the judgment, its ability to make a good decision, like when the human resource officer deciding the best candidate for a role, and also another term of the employees is to intelligence. This is ability to think and solving the problem and innovating. For example, a software engineering and the IT that create the new app and features, and relationship when the employees having a connection and networking inside and outside the organization. And inside, the last one is insight. It means that understanding the trends and the organizational needs. For example, a team leader recognizing a workflow problems and fixing it. So that's why we said the employees are a resources of employers, because it make the company and organization and affecting the organization's innovation and more innovative and more productivity, and also the customer satisfaction. What is the impact of human resource management and what is the effective? HRM is not just about the hiring and training employee. It has a direct impact on the company's success by managing human capital and also influencing employee behavior. As we talked before, the employees bring the value through their skills and knowledge and experience. So HRM helps to develop and manage this quality, like training them, and give them a trainer and experiencing and judgment and intelligence, relationship and insight. All these make employee valuable asset for the organization. And the second one is to behavior of human capital. Human resource management influences how employees behavior at work, mainly through the motivation and effort. Motivation, desire to perform well. For example, rewarding the program motivate employees to meet the target. And effort, its amount of energy and focus employees put into the work. Motivated employee with a strong effort leading to a better result for the company. When HRM develops human capital and also encourages the positive behavior, at the end the organization benefits in the term of the quality and the profitability and the customer satisfaction, having a high standard of the products and service, and the higher revenue and cost efficiency, and also the customer satisfaction, because happy customer who return and recommend the company. For example, a friendly and skilled staff at a hotel create a great guest experience. Now we have SDGs, stands for Sustainable Development Goal. So these are 17 global goals introduced by the United Nations to create a better and more sustainable future for everyone by 2030. They're focusing on the solving major global problems such as poverty, inequality, and climate change, and education and health. The first one, no poverty, and the second one, the second goal is to the zero hunger, and the third one is the good health and well-being, and quality education and gender equality, equal rights for men and women, and clean water and sanitations and affordable and clean energy and decent work and economic growth. And the ninth one is industry and innovation and infrastructure and reduce inequalities and sustainable cities and communities is goal 11, and responsible consumptions and productions. And 13 goals is climate action and life on land and peace and justice and the strong institutions and partnership for the goals number 70. So human resource management plays a key role in achieving SDGs because organization depends on people to implement these goals. So these goals created, as I said, created by United Nation. It's very important for HR because HR managers are responsible for managing employee in fair and ethical way. For example, HR supports CDGs number 8 by providing decent work conditions, and CDGs number 5 by ensuring the gender equality, and CDG number 4 by offering the training and development. So HRM plays a key role in helping organization contribute to sustainable also and development. So now you think about which SDGs do you think is most important for you if in the future as human resource managers, and why? Human resource management and sustainable competitive advantage. Think about why do some companies succeed for many years while other fails. So the answer is something is called sustainable competitive advantage. What is the competitive advantage? When a company has a competitive advantage, perform better than competitor, it means that having a unique point, a good point that your competitor don't have, like having a better quality of product and service and lower cost and a better service. Why sustainable competitive advantage is important? Because sustainable meaning a long term, not just temporary success. For example, if a company is successful today but fails next year, it doesn't have sustainable advantage. So the role of human resource management in competitive advantage help organization achieve the advantage through people, because people, it means employees, that are the only resources that can create a long-term success. So human resource is a source of competitive advantage because they have the characteristics like valuable employees add value to the organization, having the quality of skills and talented and good customer service increase the satisfaction. And the another point is a rare. Actually, not all the companies have the same talented people. A company with a high skilled engineers has an advantage and difficult to imitate. So the competitors cannot easily copy people or skills or cultures. You can copy a product or service, but you cannot easily copy a company's culture or a teamwork. And another point is to no good substitute. There's no replacement for skills and motivated employees. Actually, machines can't fully replace, but human creativity and decision making cannot copy it and cannot be replaced. And think about company like Google. Google successful and succeed not only because of the technology, but because of the talented employee and innovations and a strong culture. Look at the Southwest Airlines example. So this is the company that focusing on keeping employees are loyal and motivated and well trained and well paid. So the result, it makes the company low turnover. It means employee don't leave and high customer satisfactions. So when a company treats employees well, so employees treat the customers well, this is a direct example of a good human resource management. Now we move to high performance work system. It's about all parts of the organizations work together to achieve the high performance, also to give an organization a competitive advantage or a unique advantage. We can break it down like the technology having a good and good tools and a good system, and how work is organized and managed, and having a talented employee and how work is done. These are working together to create a good and a rare competitive advantage. Okay, this table shows that human resource actually does in a real companies. So you can see that what is the responsibility of the HR department. If you look at the first one, analyzing and designing of work, it means that you finding the role and analyzing the work and also job descriptions. The second one is the recruiting and selecting. It means that finding the right people and selecting the best one and the talented candidate. And then training, the responsibility of the training, meaning that the improving their skills and knowledge and performance, how you evaluating and assessing employee, and compensation, having the rewards and a good salary, and employee relations, how you solving the problems and the policy, having the rules and the data system, when employee having the employee records and compliance following the laws. And the last one is strategy, support of strategy, having a planning for the future workplace. How HR maintaining a positive employees relation. HR keeps a good relationship between the employees and the company. What human resource department does, it can be provide the policy and handbooks, and also answering the employee question and handling the problems like having the complaints and the conflict between the employees, and ensuring the fairness between all the employees. For example, if two employees have a conflict, so HR department helps solving the problem in a professional way. So overall, you can see that the HR should communicate and trust between the company and employee, and a fairness between all the employees. So now, what HR needs records and keeping. Organizations depends on their HR department to help establish and communicate the policy related to the hiring records and discipline and promotions of related to the employees, and the salary and benefits. All aspects of human resource management require carefully and discreet record keeping. For example, if an employee wants promotion, so HR should check their performance records, because good decisions need the accurate data. So in order to have an accurate data, HR department should record and keeping all information about the all employees in organization. Compliance meaning following laws that government requires, including the filling report and displaying the posters and avoiding the awful behavior. So companies must follow the government laws, and HR ensuring these labor law and safety rules and equal treatment and reporting requirements. So for example, when a company cannot discriminate, so HR ensures that the fairness in hiring. So no law compliance equal a big problems for the company. That's why you should follow the rules of and the laws of the government. How HR supporting organization strategy. So should HR human resource department they should planning to identify the number and the type of employees that organization require to meet the organizational goals and organizational achievement and objectives. So the organizations must turn to HR department for helping and managing the change process. Because skilled human resource professionals can apply the knowledge of human behavior and helping the company achieve the long-term goals by having a planning number of employee and managing change and supporting business growth. Also help organization uh, manage and change constructively. So human resource using a data to make a decision, not a guesswork. That's why human resource should decide based on the evidence. For example, showing the relationship between a new selection system and a subsequent employee turnover would provide evidence that the new system supports the organizational goals of reducing the turnover and cost and improving the organization commitments among the employee. So HR decisions must be based on the fact and data, not just guessing. If you look at the chart, you can see that HR does not work alone. It supports the organizations by balancing the needs of different group called stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Internal stakeholders and external stakeholders. Internal stakeholders including the employees and managers and owners, and external including your customers, your suppliers, and government, society, and creditors and shareholders. So a company must satisfy all these groups, not just make a profit. For example, employees want fair salary, and customers want good quality, and government want laws to be followed, and also society expected ethical behavior. So you can see that HR does not work alone. They should commit it and meeting the needs of the stakeholders. And corporate social responsibility and sustainability means a company is responsible for the society, not only the profit. And sustainability, it means that when you're doing the business in a way that protect the future environment and people and economy. For example, a company that reduces the pollution and treats the employees fairly and supporting the community is practicing the social customer corporate social responsibility. What does it mean, ethics in HRM? Ethics is a fundamental principle of the right and wrong. Means knowing what is right and wrong and acting correctly. In HRM, HR manager must treat employee fairly and honestly. For example, fair hiring and equal pay for equal work and respecting employee privacy. The important point, many workplace problems are actually HR ethical issues. An ethical behavior is a behavior that is consistent with those principles. The key employee's right is free consent and privacy, freedom of conscience, freedom of speech, and due process. Free consent, employees must agree to how they are treated. For example, you cannot force someone to work overtime without agreement. And privacy, when employees have a control over the personal information. For example, HR cannot share the personal data without any permission of your employee. So, a freedom of speech, it means that employees can express opinions and respectfully, giving feedback about the company policy and rules. And freedom of conscience, when employee can refuse action that go against their moral beliefs, like refusing an ethic task. And And the last one, due process, when employees have the right to fair treatment and hearing. For example, before punishment, employee must be heard. So employees must be treated fairly, respectfully, and also legally. As I said, the privacy, when the people have the right to do as they wish in their private life, and the free consent, the people have the right to be treated only as they knowingly and willingly consent to be treated. And the freedom of speech, when the people have the rights to citizen and organization ethic, if they do so in good conscience, and their criticism does not violate the rights of individuals in the organizations. And the freedom of conscience, when the people have the rights to refuse to do what violated their morals, beliefs, and as long as these beliefs reflect commonly accepted the norms. And the last one, when the people believe their rights are being violated, and they have the right to a fair and important hearing. The standards for identifying the human resource management ethical practice. Number one, greatest good for the largest number. So HRM practice must result in the greatest good for the large number of people. And for example, if HR introduced the training for all employees, it improved overall performance, not just one performance. So HR decision should benefit most people, not just a few. The second one, respect human rights. Human resource must respect the employees' rights like privacy, consent, and freedom of speech. No forced overtime, no discriminations, and fair policy. Employment practice must respect the basic human rights. And the last one, fair and equal treatment. The manager must treat all employees and customers equally. For example, two employees doing the same job should receive an equal pay, not unequal. So these are the standards of for identifying the human resource management ethical practice. Ethical companies don't just follow the rules, they build a strong culture. We have four main principles according to the ethical company. The first one, mutual benefits. So both company and stakeholders benefit. For example, fair salary for employee and profit for the company. The second one, employees assume responsibility for the actions of the company. Employee, it means that employees and managers take responsibility for action, like admitting the mistakes instead of the hiding them. And the third one is the company has a sense of purpose or visions that employee value and use in their day-to-day work. Employees believe in the company's mission and also the vision, working not just for a money, but working for a meaningful works. And the last one is the fairness. So they empathize with the fairness. Everyone is treated equally and justly. For example, transparent promotion. So that is the four principles of the ethical. So now we move to what is the skills for human resource professionals. HR should be professionals having professional skills like the credible activities by delivering the results with the integrity and cultural steward when the HR helps to build and protect the company culture, for example, creating a respectful and inclusive the workplace and changing agent like architect that help organization managing change and helping employee to adapt to a new system or a new technology and business allies when the HR understanding the business goals, hiring employee who help to increasing the profit and the strategy as we talked architect and the operational executors and the for example having the payroll and hiring the process and the policy. So if you see that ethics in HR and these skills of HR ensure that the employees are treated fairly and decisions are responsible and organizations building a trust without ethic and without those professionals of the skills, even a successful company can fail. Let me ask you an important question. Who is responsible for managing people in organization? I mean HR department. Is that only the HR department or who? So in the next slide, I'm gonna tell you the answer. So both the managers and the HR department are responsible for managing people or managing employee. Because HR is not only the department's job, every manager is also responsible for managing people. Because the role of the manager help to defining jobs. Managers know what work needs to be done and motivating employees by using the reward, support, encouragement, and communicating the policy, explain the rules, and clearly explain the rules to employee and recommended the pay and promotion based on performance, give them the reward and forecasting HR needs, how many employee are needed without over staff and understaff, and providing the training, helping employee to improving and to grow their skills and talent and knowledge, and also the interview and selecting the candidate, choosing the right and the best people, and appraise the performance, evaluating and assessing the employee's work. So manager works directly with the employee every day, so they play a major role in HR activity. And the role of HR department supporting the manager and ensuring that everything is done professionally and fairly. So managers handle people daily while HR providing the system and policy and supporting. So both must work in together. In human resource management, I often say employees are resources, but we must remember something important. It is accepted that we are all human resources, but we are humans first and resources later. In this course, will not only teach you how to managing people, but also will teach you how to respect, how to motivate and lead them as a human being. So now, think about if you become a manager in the future. How will you treat your employees and pupils? As a resources or as a humans? Thank you so much.